Fine. Our next speaker, a true friend of the machinist, like a lot of others, but back when he was running a couple of years ago, we got behind him, and I'm glad we did. A great guy. He's always been there for us. I'd like to introduce Congressman Mike Capuano.
I presume everybody here is on the right side, so I don't have to tell you why. You know why. I'm going to be real clear. This election is a watershed election. If you win, it's good for you. That's great. But the truth is, I think it's good for America, and I'll tell you why. It will send a massive message. Let me start out real clear. I am not against Delta Airlines. I want them to be very successful. I want them to have a lot of employees. I want to make a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. I'm not trying to hurt them. But I'm also trying to make sure that they don't hurt working people. Here's what they're thinking. And here's what Johnny Isaacson, that senator on the floor, this is what they think. You're a bunch of suckers. Working people, a bunch of suckers. Why? Because we've been doing this to you now for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and you keep voting for us. You keep letting us do this to you. So who's the idiots? Johnny Isaacson, who gets elected? Is it Delta Airlines, who keeps going on? And all the other companies? Or is it us? I can't tell you. I was talking to Bobby and others earlier. We get an election coming up again this year. I get no opponent. I'm fine. Stevie's got real tough opponents. I don't know what you want to say. Tough opponent. He needs to go. Blah, blah, blah. I'm with you, Stevie. But the bottom line is we do have some tough elections going on here. With people who are imperfect, and we get them all around the country. November 2nd is going to be a major election day for this country. Not because you're going to agree with everything that everybody says. That's not it. It's about which direction you want to go. You want people who stand with you, or you want people who stand against you. And if we can hold on November 2nd, and then you come right behind us the next day and win this thing, the message to the country is that working people have finally stood up for themselves. They finally get it. They can connect the dots. Can you honestly blame, from a pure bottom line perspective, Delta Airlines for sticking it to you all the time? They're looking at it as a $30, $40 million investment. Over the long run, if they win, they're going to make a lot more than that. That's how they're looking at it. If you lose, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to happen one step at a time. You know that. You're going to slowly get stuck. And maybe the people in this room, you'll be okay. But the people who come after you won't be. When you retire, who knows when your pension and your health care will be, the guy that takes your job won't have it as good. And that kid might be your kid. The truth is, it's you 20 years later. Is that what it's all about? If you're here just for yourselves, then I think you're dishonoring the union movement. I think you're dishonoring democracy with a small d. Yes, it's about us, but it's really about what kind of society do you want to live in. Do you want to live in a society where working people are paid the respect that they do? They're paid a decent wage for the work they do. I'm not trying to bankrupt the company. That's idiotic. Nobody here would want that to happen. What you want is to be treated with respect, to get a fair share and a fair share. That's all. That's what this election's all about. That's what most every union election's all about. You got a ruling not too long ago that helps a lot. It's kind of funny because I will guarantee you that Johnny Isaacson did not get a majority of every Georgia person. He got a majority of those who voted. And honestly, if I had to get a majority of every person in my district, I couldn't get elected dog catcher. Thank God some of them stay home. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to win. And honestly, I want you to win for you, it's the right thing. But I really want you to win for the society that I want to see. I want a more equitable society. And I think our society would be more equitable across the board if there was more union representation in this country. I know that's a general statement that you hear all the time, but I'm not kidding. I think this country was better off if more people were organized. Because they took a little bit, not a big, huge slice of the pie. None of you are going to be buying, airplanes of your own. But just a decent living. That's all I'm asking for, and that's what I need you to do. And it's not, I presume, is there anybody in Boston who's not with us? If there is, I want their name and address.
Tom Rage.
No.
So I'm hoping and presuming, though I don't know this, I'm hoping and presuming that most of the fights aren't here in Boston. So that means the rest of the country. I have no idea how they think in Atlanta. But I'll tell you, and you all know this, you know the horror stories, even with organized people around the country, how some of these airlines are treated. Without a union, they really would have been stuck. What do you think they would have done with the US Air flight attendants? As opposed, they just screwed them in last year. They took out Boston-based flight attendants, and they're making them move all around the country. There's no way in the world this company's saving money by doing this. You're doing it to bust this little union. And that's with representation. They're having a hard time. Without representation, they would have just fired them. We all know that. They know that. Don't let them treat you like suckers again. Please. For you, but also for the rest of America. This will be a big deal. If Delta Airlines, which is seen as a decent company, respected around the country, known throughout the world, if you stand up and you say, okay, we want you to succeed, we simply want our fair slice. That message to other airlines, and just as importantly, beyond the airline industry, this will go way beyond the airline industry, will be, it's a good thing to organize. It's a good thing to stick together. It's a good thing, and you have power. You have the influence and you have the support of people in the same situation. Every single politician in this state, probably across the country, we all know that a lot of organized labor guys vote against their own interests. I haven't got a clue why. I cannot explain that. You can, because you know. If there's anybody in Boston, I'm not kidding, give me their name and address, we'll talk. But if there's anybody around the country, reach out to your friends. Get on a plane, take a vacation the next week or so. Travel to some of these other destinations and stop. You can go to the beach if you really want to. But stop in and see your coworkers all around the country and talk to them. It's the best thing you can do for them. It's the best thing you can do for yourselves. It's the best thing you can do for America. Good luck. We're with you.